All right, this is care for minor burns, second degree or lower. Uh, First thing you do is you roll up on the scene, you see somebody with a burn on their arm, second degree or lower. First thing you want to do is pull out your first aid kit if you got one, or grab the appropriate materials. Step one, you're going to put on gloves. So I always carry a set of gloves in my first aid kit. Then you're going to take and you're going to run it under water. So I would take it over to the sink and I'd run water, cool water, over top of it because you want to cool the burn down. You want to do that for about 10 or 20 minutes. Run cool water. You don't want to put ice directly on top of it. But the reason you want to cool the burn down is to prevent secondary death of the cells underneath, which can occur if the burn becomes inflamed or overheated. So again, cool it down 10 to 20 minutes, run it under cool water. That's also going to wash off any residue or dirt or anything that's on the wound. Then after I do that, I can also, an optional step 3 is you can do, give her an anti-inflammatory. So I could give her an NSAID, like ibuprofen, Motrin, Advil, something like that. It's an optional step that can reduce the inflammation as well. It takes a little time to kick in though. Then after we get all that done, I've got her arm here. I've got my first aid kit open. I'm gonna apply antibiotic ointment on the wound. So just like just a little tube of antibiotic ointment, triple antibiotic ointment. And so I take the cap off, I put it all over the wound. And then ideally I would have a pad that has that's soaked in antibiotic ointment. But in normal first aid kits, you don't have that. So you're going to take a gauze. Now the gauze can end up sticking to the wound. So you never want it to stick to the wound, because if you get to the hospital and they unwrap all this, and this is directly up against the wound, it'll rip that scab. The wound will start to make a scab. It'll rip that right off. It'll pull the blister off and just make things even worse and get it infected and everything. So you don't want to do any of that. Again, antibiotic ointment directly to the wound, put it on the pad too, soak it down, and then you will, this is not open because I'm not going to open it. I use these things periodically, but ideally I would rip it open, put the antibiotic ointment on it, and just set it on top of the wound here. Set it on top. If I need another one, I can douse another one, open it up, douse another one, and set it on top as well. Again, you want to use a non-stick dressing, so that's why you put the antibiotic ointment on it. If you have a burn pad, always use the burn pad first, because it's got that stuff already soaked on it. So you're going to wrap the wound loosely. So you have like a gauze wrap here. If you have a pressure wrapping, those are self-tightening, so you don't want to, here, turn your arm a little bit. You don't want to have it pressure and put pressure on this wound, because then it will stick to the wound. So you're going to take some dressing, and you're going to loosely wrap this thing just to hold it in place. That's the only thing you're trying to do here, is hold it in place. That way it doesn't stick to the wound. So you got that. Just really loosely wrap this thing just to hold it in place until you get her to the hospital. Okay, I would cut that off and then tuck it in probably. So again, loosely wrap it. If it's too tight, it'll rip it off, and it could cut off circulation as well. Again, avoid sticking the dressing to the wound. Cautious to prevent the dressing from sticking to the burn. This could cause more damage if it's removed. All right, then I'm gonna transport this person to the medical facility, or if I've called 911, they arrive on scene, they're gonna transport. Once the burn is covered and secured, transport the injured person to the hospital for further treatment. Do not pop the blisters underneath. If they form, don't pop them, because that could give further infection. This procedure ensures that the burn is properly cooled, protected from infection, ready for professional medical treatment. And this is how you would wrap a burn. Again, 2nd degree or less, care for minor wounds only, minor burns only.